you, Bhagat, and good afternoon, everyone. I'm very excited to be here with all of you. But just before we get to the main event, I'd like to say a few more words of introduction about Amazon and about Westland. Since launching Amazon Publishing in 2009, we've been honored to publish many best-selling authors and help just as many new writers find their first audience. We're also delighted that our authors have not only reached so many readers, but we've also been nominated for a variety of literary awards across a wide range of categories. Westland has an even longer tradition of successful publishing. In the team at Westland, we found terrific partners who share our passion for books and for helping storytellers to tell their stories. So we're thrilled that Westland now distributes best-selling Amazon publishing titles in India, and in the same way, Amazon is now helping to make Westland authors available worldwide. In addition to sharing the belief that more readers reading more books makes the world a better place, the teams at Amazon and Westland are like-minded about our relationships with our authors. We want to be inspired by their stories, and we also want to be challenged by their thinking. A shared willingness to experiment with new models gives our authors an opportunity to try different outlets. By far, the most important thing to us is working with authors who are eager to experiment, eager to innovate, and try new things. Investing in success over the course of their careers, we believe we can create an even larger globally in print, ebook, and audio formats, with the first title to be published in October 2018. All the books will also be available in multiple Indian languages and distributed by Westland in India. We previously acquired ebook rights to Chetan's existing titles, but are delighted to have now acquired global rights in all formats to Chetan's next 6 books. Our mission is to bring great content from all over the world to readers wherever and however they read, and to work with authors who are interested in exploring new ground, trying new ideas, and pushing forward into new publishing models. So I'm delighted to extend a very warm welcome to Chetan to the Amazon Publishing family. And now I'd like to introduce the man himself. Please, another warm welcome for Chetan Bhagat.
Okay, well, thank you all for coming and supporting us. It's obviously a very big day for books. And for me, my mission, the broader mission, has always been to make India read, to make sure every slum kid also picks up my books and every tribal kid also picks up my books. I know it sounds like a far-fetched dream, but I've been able to get close to that. So I think I needed a partner who can make that happen for me, reach the tier 2, tier 3, tier 4 cities of India where I think the next round of readers are going to come in English as well as in regional languages. And the bonus is the international market which Amazon Publishing gives me. Ever since my books came on Kindle, I've had a new readership from places like Africa, Europe, US, which is also going to come here. So I'm very excited. I believe in books still, despite all other kinds of entertainment. Being a parent myself, I know how challenging it has become. And Amazon Publishing is very passionate about books. The DNA of Amazon comes from being a bookseller, even though it's some 700 billion or I don't know how many big company now. But originally it was a bookshop and they still believe in that. And to be a part of this is amazing, to create a little bit of history, as they say. There was a time authors used to go abroad, find an agent in London, maybe find a deal abroad. Now the world comes here, looks for authors, promotes them. I think it's really nice that I'm able to be a part of that. So yeah, we're very excited to be here. Thank you.
Can I ask you all to sort of do a photo op for us? Yeah.
Yeah. Is that okay? Or we can stand like this. We didn't unveil, just saving the... Yeah? Yeah, isko upar rakh do. Yeah. Back to front. Yeah. Like this? Jeff, come here. Yeah. different poses.
Thank you. I'm assuming you have some questions for them, but I'm going to start it up by asking a few that lead into the conversation. First of all, to Gautam. As a CEO of Westland, what does this mean to you to publish Chetan Bhagat?
So if I may draw an analogy from rock music, John Lennon once said, before Elvis, there was nothing. And what he meant by that was that rock and roll wouldn't have become a phenomenon if Elvis hadn't happened. And Chetan, in the context of Indian publishing, popular fiction in India would not have become a phenomenon if it wasn't for Chetan. And I think taking that further, where Chetan diverges from the Elvis example, is the fact that even after 15 years, he remains at the top, at the very top. And more importantly, I think he is not just content with churning out books, he is continuously trying to experiment with his titles, with his books. He's trying to try out new genres. And that energy and excitement that was right there at the beginning remains. And that's what makes it very exciting for Westland to work with him.
Thank you. Chetan, do you want to say something about that?
Elvis had more hair, and he was more good looking. But thanks that I've been around, and I won't go missing, hopefully. Otherwise, you've done this contract, and if I go missing, it's a big problem. But thanks for such flattering words. Yeah, I think, you know, I've always tried to do something different. I've not done sequels. If you see most best-selling authors all over the world, they'll typically do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of the same series, or it's the same lead, is the same Robert Langdon, who's there in every book. I have tried to do something totally different, yet very Indian, yet very rooted. There is a certain Chetan Bhagat book qualities that are there in every book, but there's also something different. So I think they like that. They like that approach. I want to, I still am optimistic. I want to reach where others haven't reached. While at the same time you have children who are watching YouTube and playing video games and WhatsApping and Instagramming, I also believe there are still people in India who've never picked up a book. And I want to get there. Who will get there if not me? And then if I look at Amazon publishing goals, they are the same. They want to make books reach as many people as possible. And with Westland there, they already, it's not like they're just starting out, they already are aware of what's happening. They have a stable of their own very good authors. So I thought, let's come on board, let's try this together, and let's take it to the next round for Indian literature. Popular fiction gave it a boost 10, 15 years ago, 30, 40 years ago. The Booker Prize may have given Indian books a boost. And now we are hoping this will bring the next phase to Indian publishing.
Which is probably a good point to ask Dominic, if you can tell us something about the structure of this publishing deal.
Yeah, so good afternoon. So it's 6 books, as I think we just heard. So there's 3 fiction titles, and then there's 3 non-fiction titles. The first fiction title will come in October of this year, and then the following fiction titles will come after the second year, and then another 2 years. And the non-fiction titles will be in the middle of those fiction titles. So I suppose the big question that you're all going to ask is, what is it about? What is it called? What does the cover look like? And I'm afraid we're just going to prolong the anticipation a little bit, because we'll come back to you in another couple of months, and Chetan will give you a lot more detail then about the book itself, but we're going to keep it tightly under wraps until then.
Before you say something, Chetan, I need to ask Jeff this. Why would you decide to want to come and publish Chetan Bhagat?
Well, several reasons, really. I mean, aside from the obvious, we're talking about India's #1 best-selling author here, and who wouldn't leap at the opportunity to work with Chetan? You know, beyond that, we share a common passion. We just believe that more people reading more books makes the world a better place. And we're looking to work with authors not only who share that passion, but who are forward-thinking, who are going to push us in our thinking, help us innovate and find new ways to reach more readers throughout the world. And Chetan, in his passion for that, is an ideal partner for us.
Right. We do believe that this is probably, I'm sure it definitely is the biggest publishing deal that has been in Indian publishing. And you've been responsible for making this happen. So does either of you want to say something about that?
Me?
You, Jeff, whoever?
The deal was done on A4 size sheets. So it's not big in that way. It's very nice. It's like I said, I've never been that kind of an author who talks about numbers and compensation and things like that. But it's very good deal. There is no question about it. And they are telling me it's the best any Indian author has ever got, and one of the best any author anywhere in the world has ever got. So that's good. 2018 and books still matter. You know, that's nice. And it's good for me, of course.
Right. Are there any questions that any of you have? Okay. Will you? Will you introduce yourself and just say who the question is for?
Yeah, hello. Yeah, my name is Anushri. The question is open. Like, I just wanted to know what is the first.
You can tell your publication just so that.
I'm a freelancer, actually.
Okay.
So I just wanted to ask, what is the first book going to be about? If you could just give a little idea.
I like to surprise and thrill people. You know, it is harder, like I said, to get people excited about books. So everything I announce at the same time when the pre-orders open, and the ideal pre-order period is around 1.5 to 2 months. So if it's coming in October, we'll probably do it in August, with the whole system set up for the pre-ordering and everything. So there's no point telling now. So we will come back in August with the whole shebang. Yeah.
Thank you. Anybody else has anything to ask? Any questions at all? Okay, so Chetan, do you want to give us last word on any of this?
See, I'm not saying it because I'm an author. I do films and I do television. I do have done other things, but I truly believe reading books is good in today's times. It's the only thing that helps you build attention span, concentration, imagination, creativity. So it's good for our society that people read, and we must pursue that. And you are all in the journalism, it's all in that similar profession in a way, and we must keep doing that. I always tell people, you never say well TV watched person, well YouTubed person, you only say well read person, right? There's no such thing, and it'll never be, because you can never have that depth of knowledge or never have that imagination happening. So I think we are here to do that. Please support us. And yeah, I'm just hoping that we will get one reader at a time. We'll change the country.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone, for coming. And I think there will be separate conversations later. Lunch is also served, so if you'd like to share that with us. Thank you.
Chetan sir, just take 1-2 portraits. In the studio light,
So, sir. Okay, sir. Thank you. Thank you.